Favorites. From your home ribbon, you're going to find a little section called Favorites here. If I select Favorites, this area here is where you can store reoccurring transactions. Okay. You can bring it from a bill, a cash paid out, or from your general ledger. So in this section here, what you're going to find is you have a refresh, a create, and a delete. Okay. You also have a quick search. Sometimes these lists get pretty lengthy, so you can just simply type in name, find it real quick. So the idea is to give you a capability of storing reoccurring transactions. You can store them from bills, cash paid outs, and from the general ledger. And the nice thing about it is once it's stored and you start using these, you can change anything you want in here. Okay. So let's go talk about how they actually get in here first. So I'm going to close this up. Cash paid outs is under utilities. So let's say I do a cash paid out for an item that I know is going to be reoccurring. I select my date. Who is my vendor? Now again, I do not have to select a vendor if I don't want to. But let's just say we get a bill every month here that we pay immediately from one of my suppliers. Where do I want it to go in the ledger? Let's just say it's some advertising that we do. And it's advertising for the shop. And how am I paying for it? And we'll just say we're using the checking account and it's a direct online payment and how much it is. Tab adds the tax. Again, tax is adjustable. Now again, this is Canadian. And I pay it. So once this is paid and I'm finished with this transaction, then I can go to my purchases. I'm going to go to bills. I can look for that specific vendor. If I'm not sure what vendor, if I want to look at all of them, I can look at all of them. What has been posted? What has been posted? You can even pick a start and an end date. So if I say, well, let's go to today, hit search. There's my cash paid outs that I did. So here's the one that I want to save and use it as a recurring. I simply open it up by double clicking. And now I can store it in my favorites. Click on the star. You can itemize this however you like. Then you hit add. Close it up. And I'm done. So you'll notice every time that you put something into favorites, you'll see a little gold star. Now if I go back to my favorite list, I'll see that it's in here. There's my cash paid out. To enter a bill into favorites, I can either go pull up what's been posted here or enter a new bill and do it at the same time. So if I want to enter a new bill, select the date of my bill, whatever it is. Who is the vendor? Let's just say it's the phone company. I get my phone bill. Put in a reference number. This might be my April bill. Add. Where do I want it to go in here? This might go to telephone. This is my phone bill. And how much was it? Tab adds tax. Once I have this bill entered, now I can add that to the favorites. Now this is something you want to be very careful with. If I add it to the favorites and I do not post this, it won't leave it there. So you do need to post. You can save it but will still need to be posted. If it does not get posted, if you end up deleting this, it won't save it in the favorites. Now I post. Let's go into the payable. If I go up to my favorites list here, now it's in there. The third place is going to be general ledger transactions. So you go to your general ledger, new transaction. Now I can pull up an existing one that's already been done, put it in favorites, or I can start a new one. And it might be just something very simple. Maybe it's a GL transaction that I do every month. I want to move some money maybe from an account to another account. So I add my line. Where do I want it to go? So I might say I want to pull some money out of the bank and apply it to something. So I go put in my details here, put a reference number if I want. So let's just say payment on expense of some sort. Pull the money from the bank. Add your line. Put it whatever expense you want. Say it's general office. Once I do this, probably hope if I can spell it right. Add to favorites here. Add. Post. I have to post it. If I don't post this, it won't save it. Now if I get out of my GL, that's sitting in the favorites. So since these are reoccurring transactions and they do happen either once a month, once a week, whatever the case may be, all I have to simply do is come back in here to my favorites for the next time. Just go do it. Just double click. Create. Select my new date. Let's say it's next week. There it is. Vendor's already in. Ledger account's already in. Their description's there. Where's the money coming from? The amount is in. Any of this can be changed at this time. Any of this. I can change the date. I can change supplier. I can change the account. I can change my description. How did I pay for it? How much the total was? What was the tax? So you can change any of this as needed. And you just simply hit OK. How did I pay it? Done. Same thing goes with a bill. Hit create. Set my new date, whatever that's going to be. New reference. If the amount's going to change, I can change it. If the account needs to change, I can change it. I can always add more if I need to. Add more lines, split it up. My amount changed. Hit your tab key, get a new total, post it out. And the same thing with the ledger transaction. So you can use these reoccurring favorites for all sorts of things and always be able to change anything you need to. If I change one side, remember I must change the other. This is a line I don't need. Delete it. And I post it. You'll notice as you use this, over on the far right side, it'll tell you the most recent posting date, and it gives you the amounts. If you find as time goes by you don't need something anymore, just simply highlight it and delete it. And that is favorites.